So number 5 for the 5 marks then, carry out this integration here. And as soon as you see this product, then you know, well, that's going to be the product rule, or since it's integration, the product rule in reverse, known as integration by parts. In which case you've just got to choose which of these will it differentiate, which of these will it integrate. Now you may well put down the U's and V's, but I'm not going to, I'll just mention it here. The decision here would be I'll whittle that down, so I'll call that U, and that's the one I'm going to integrate, so I'll call that the V dashed. Except I'm not. I'm just going to say I'm going to differentiate that and integrate that. Now, in the marking scheme, there's 2 marks for this starting off business about deciding to use integration by parts and making the correct choice of which to differentiate and which to integrate. So there'll be 1 mark there for the choice, but now we need a mark for showing the pattern, because it's the pattern that you use in the end. It's an integration, you integrate first, so that one's left alone. So it'd be x squared times, now you integrate this. That will stay as e to the 3x, but since it's a function of x, you'll divide by that derivative, which is 3, so that'll be over 3. Minus, now that's had its turn, so it's going to stay the way it is, and this gets differentiated now, so that goes to 2x, but that stays the way it was, having been done, dx, and that's the first line. Now according to them, evidence of using integration of parts would be that, and it says correct first application is also a mark, so that would be the correct first application, but I think I'll just leave that until I've tidied it up a bit. So that's 1/3, just taking the coefficient to the front, x squared e to the 3x, and then taking any numbers out of this, minus 2/3 of the integral of x times e to the 3x dx. So that's the end of the first correct application. So there's the first 3 marks. Now you just got to go through it again. So that stays where it is. So it's just lots of copying down for that. And this part, still being a product, you're still going to use integration by parts, becomes a new pattern, where again it'll be the same thing, differentiate, then integrate. So I'll just put it down again, differentiate, integrate. So that'll be leave it alone, integrate that, so it stays as e to the 3x, but you divide by the derivative, minus the integral of, now that gets its turn, so you differentiate that, that's been done, so it just stays. Just the same as the product rule, you do one, then you do the other. dx. Now it says start the second application, then the final marks for tidying up, so it started then. So what have we got here then? So that's 1/3 of x squared e to the 3x, not much you can do about this. This part's finished, because there's only that integration left there. So that's going to be 2/9 of this, minus 2/9 of x times e to the 3x. Then finally this part here would become, since it's just a 1, e to the 3x divided by another 3 is e to the 3x over 9. If I put all the numbers down, I'll have to write a whole line again. I'll just do that, I suppose. So it's minus 2/3 of, and this part came to minus, and it's going to be 1/9 of e to the 3x. And I'll finally put in the plus c because I've finished all the integrations. So now that I've split that, no, you could just have done that in your head. Now that I've done that, I can just tidy it up to the final answer. 1/3 of x squared e to the 3x minus 2/9 of x e to the 3x, and that'll be plus 2/27 of e to the 3x plus c. And they're given that as the final mark. I'm going to put another little line in that won't be worth a mark according to them, because usually you tidy things up by taking out common factors. And a common thing to do is, when you've got fractions, you take out the worst of the fractions to leave one of the factors as integers, if possible. So you can see you can take out e to the 3x, and I'll take out the 27th with it. So I'll take out e to the 3x upon 27, no marks for this, which means I'm left with, to make that up, remember if you take out a dividing 27, you'd have to multiply by 27 in the remaining part, so that would be 9x squared minus 6x plus 2 plus c. I'll put that as my final answer. But as far as the marking scheme is concerned, that line was the final answer.